Hi everyone and welcome back. My name is Shola Scheinfar, speech language pathologist and founder of Valued Voices. It is a beautiful day here today in California. It has been raining on and off for about 2 weeks and it is the first super sunny day here. So my windows are open. You might hear some birds chirping and dogs barking, and let's just embrace that together as music of this video. I hope wherever you are also having a beautiful day and staying safe and healthy and really keeping yourself uplifted in spirits. So I am here today to talk about two things that are very near and dear to my heart and often really overlooked when we're working with our kiddos and really paying attention to their development. And quite honestly, they're also overlooked in our own daily lives. And so really, I would love for this video to not only be a takeaway for the work that you will be doing with your children, but also on ways to keep centered and being mindful within yourself and the wonderful things that we so often take for granted. So what are those two things that I want to talk to you a little about today? They are our breath and our mouth muscles. Before I get into why those things are so important and some fun activities that we can do to support those skills, I just want to give you a little bit more background information on why it is very important to me. So I am also a certified yoga instructor, and when I first started my yoga journey, it really wasn't so much about the movements and the postures and the physical benefits, but what really resonated deeply with me was the connection to my breath that I had never really experienced before. You know, I would wake up and breathe throughout my day, but I never really paid attention to the impact that it can have on me and my state of being. And so once I made that connection, I was like, I need to go do a teacher training and be able to take this into the work that I do with children and others. Because if this is something we can teach our kiddos at an early age, then the impact is magnificent. It is out of this world. I know personally for myself, once I connected to my breath, I was better able to express myself, not only verbally, but through my body movements and through my nonverbal communication. And it was such a magnificent journey because I really was witnessing the tension leaving my body as I was connecting to my breath. And if we can help our little ones connect to their breath and the magic that it can bring to them in their self-expression and communication skills, well, then that's the greatest gift ever. If we can really help our children relieve that tension and really be at a place of ease and comfort, then we really just had the golden ticket right there. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is our mouth muscles. So I am also a certified Beckman oral motor therapist. And when I took this course several years ago, I was just sitting there like, wow, I never knew that our mouth muscles were so important. You know, we take it for granted. We use our mouth to talk and to eat, but we don't really pay attention to it. You know, we go to the gym all the time or we work out and work on our biceps, our triceps, our quads, and all different body muscle groups, but we don't ever think about our mouth muscles. Those are included in our body too. We don't think about our tongue and our lips and our cheek and our palate and all the muscles in our neck and larynx, and we take it so for granted. And I think that is something else that if we help develop in our kiddos at an early age, then we can really help them connect more deeply to exploring their voice and exploring their means of communication. All right, so now let's get into the fun stuff. How can we make some fun, creative activities as a family to really work on breathing and strengthening and exploring our mouth muscles? One little experiment that I always like to start with when I'm doing some group conferences or group classes is having you first connect to your own body and what is it doing. We don't often pay attention to that. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. And exhale it out. What did you notice your body do? Did your shoulders go up? Did they stay down? Did your belly go in? Did it go out? So when I typically do this experiment, about 90% of the people raise their hand and say that their belly went in. I used to be part of that population of people as well. And actually, that is an incorrect way of breathing. So when we breathe in and our stomach goes in, this is what it might look like. And this is maybe what you experienced. Our shoulders go up, our chest rises, our belly goes in. That's actually a really short, shallow breath, and it's through our chest. If we really want a deep breath, which is called diaphragmatic breathing, we're breathing in and expanding our lungs and expanding our belly. So we're pushing that belly out. So let's go ahead and try that together. So you can see there is minimal movement in my shoulders, and my belly is just getting big. So that is a fun activity that you can do with your kiddos. See whose belly can get the biggest. Take a deep breath in. You want to make sure that it's just the belly moving and not any forward motions like arching the back or pushing the chest up. But really, we're just taking a deep breath in and expanding our belly and blowing out the air through our mouth. If your kiddo was having a hard time with this concept, one strategy that one of my therapists came up with, who you may have seen on the other videos, Katie Billings, is a super fun way to work on this with kiddos. So you have them smell a flower and blow out the birthday candles. A super cute, fun way to help your kiddos connect to this. We start a lot of our sessions at Valued Voices this way. I know I do with my clients. We start by taking 5 deep breaths in and then exhaling out 5 deep breaths. And this is such a game changer for our kiddos. We really see an increase in attention. They're able to attend longer to tasks. They're more focused. And the best part is that they become so much more connected to their voice and their form of communication and self-expression, which to me is the greatest gift of all. And not only in this session, but parents report that afterwards, throughout the whole day, their child is more calm and they're expressing themselves better. And honestly, if we could get this going for days, months, years, a lifetime, well, then that's the gift right there. That's the ultimate reward for me as a clinician and as a person, to just know that we brought some ease into the body and into the mind and the soul for someone to connect more to their voice. So here are some fun ways that I like to work on breathing and mouth muscles, both at the same time. One of them is bubbles. Bubbles is a fan favorite of Valued Voices, as I am sure it is throughout many households. And this is a great way to work on strengthening mouth muscles and respiration. It's also a phenomenal way to target language skills. We don't have that much time to get into that today, but if you want any suggestions, you can always email us and reach out to us at info@valuedvoicestherapy.com. So just to focus on the mouth muscles and breathing, so what you can do is get your bubbles ready, have your kiddo take a deep breath in, get that belly big, and then blow. So you can see how taking that deep breath in through the belly helps sustain that airflow out. Sustaining your airflow and pushing the air out, just like what we did with this blowing, is the same as when we communicate. We communicate on our exhalation. And so producing this continuous stream of air kind of mimics that same pattern. So let's do it again, just because I love bubbles. I think they're so fun and so pretty. So let's take a deep breath in and blow. If your kiddo is having a hard time producing that outwards airflow, you can simply work on lip rounding here, and that is a great muscle strengthening exercise and bringing awareness to those mouth muscles. So you can have them pucker those lips and round the lips. If you want to go ahead and do that 3 times, you can see all the muscles that contract here. So let's do it 3 times together without noise. And then if you want to add vocalization to it, go ahead and make the sound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you can see the cheek muscles and the lip muscles that are really working here. Another great tool that I love is whistles or horns. You could get these at any party store or I'm sure off Amazon, online. This takes great breath support. So we breathe in and we push out. You can see how this whistle took a little bit harder or more air for me to push that air out. So I really had to work my diaphragmatic muscles here and push that air out. There are whistles that are easier, so you could go ahead and get those for your kiddos to start. Again, another great lip rounding and puckering activity. Really getting those mouth muscles engaged. Another great tool that I love is my Mega Echo Mic. I got this from the dollar section of Target. It is another fan favorite actually for parents. Whenever I use this in our first sessions with kiddos, parents are whipping out the phone. Where can I buy that? I want that. This is my dog Kobe. He loves the loud noises. And so this is a great way to get your kiddo to really start exploring their voice because it provides that auditory feedback. And another great way of strengthening mouth muscles through exaggerated mouth movements. So I usually take this up to the kiddos and go, ah, ooh, ee, working on so many mouth muscles and strengthening, dropping that jaw, ah, rounding those lips, ooh, retracting the lips, ee, and we're also retracting our tongue in there too. So this is a great way to explore, again, using diaphragmatic breathing. You can target singing songs in here. A great song, if you also want to work on mouth muscles, is Old MacDonald, because he has that E-I-E-I-O, which really works on strengthening mouth muscles. If you focus on this for about 5 to 10 minutes a day, maybe 3 times a day, you will actually notice that your mouth muscles get quite sore, like any other muscle group in our body. But it is a phenomenal way to start bringing awareness to our mouth muscles and awareness to our breath. So again, bubbles, whistles and horns, Mega Mic, I love them all. And often, we give our children a lot of toys that focus on their body, their arms, their core, their legs, and those fine motor and gross motor skills, switching a toy on and off, opening doors, pushing buttons, those fine motor skills, and then those gross motor skills like pushing a toy with our whole body, working on the core, the legs, the arms, the balance, getting in those trucks and pedaling with your feet, again, gross motor, but we forget about our precious mouth and what that is doing for us. So make sure that when you are selecting some toys, you definitely go ahead and get ones that also work on the mouth. If you have any questions or want any suggestions, you want to go through a yoga flow together as a family, or want more information on toys that help promote that mouth muscle awareness and expansion of experimenting with the mouth muscles, please do reach out to me at shola@valuedvoicestherapy.com. You can always book a complimentary consultation with us as well at info@valuedvoicestherapy.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and listen. I hope you have so much fun having a horn, bubble, whistle, singing party with your kiddos. Again, my name is Shola Shainthar, speech language pathologist, founder of Valued Voices. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.